had never responded to something like this before. We knew we would have to take risks because people's lives were on the line, and they were depending on what we would do next. We had begun the year hearing of this pandemic that was occurring in the Far East.
COVID-19 continues to spread worldwide.
Life on lockdown. If they find sort of one person who tests positive, suddenly these cruise ships need a place to go.
In the midst of this uncertainty, that's when I got the call.
We were just notified that the Grand Princess has possible cases of COVID-19.
As soon as she said it, your train, it's like, okay, this is go time. Medical supplies were delivered, but it wasn't enough. And we knew that as we were getting reports of medical distress for passengers on board, that we were going to have to launch our Ready Cutter, the Coast Guard Cutter Turn, to effect the medical evacuation. We knew that this was the beginning, as there are other cruise ship ports around the United States, especially the port of Miami.
So far, every port in the ship's path has shut down, refusing to let the Zaandam dock.
It seemed as though every ship that came in, and there were about 125 of them, had different challenges, had different levels of COVID-like illness or COVID-positive patients on board. Our plan really was to communicate openly with one another as partners, to leverage each of our authorities so that when the cruise ships came in, we could get them home safely.
Turn was able to medevac 4 personnel from the Grand Princess and also transfer several doctors and medical supplies to the Grand Princess. It felt good to be at the center of that, flying that flag, coming back into the bay, knowing that everyone was watching, knowing that we were able to help all these people.
As a unified command, it was determined that the Port of Oakland had the space, had the security that would be able to carry out the safe disembarkation of the passengers.
I spent an awful lot of time in government, and I struggled to find another agency who could, as well as we did as a Coast Guard, engage our partners in our community and really help curate the emotion of the moment to help our community, our Coast Guard, and our nation through this crisis. I couldn't be prouder of the work we've all done together.